Yo, what's up, everybody? It's me, Disparity here. We're back again with the Baird and Talks podcast. I'm your host, Disparity, of course. We have Mr. Works for Tips and also Vanta Black Knight. And today's
Yeah.
podcast, we're going to be talking about a couple subjects here. Now, some of these subjects may be touchy, some may not. The first thing we're going to be talking about here is the PS Plus subscription increase. Now, from what I know from the past, PS Plus used to cost like $60 now back on the PS3 days, PS4 days. Now Sony came out with this whole premium system now where there's 3 tiers. And for the entry level tier, which basically gives you just access to the online PS Plus and barely I think maybe 1 or 2 games, it's $80 now. So it's kind of ridiculous in my opinion, because it's even more than with a video game. But what are y'all's opinion on that? How do y'all feel about the changes on PS Plus?
I find that crazy that you'd have to pay $80 just to be able to play online and probably even get a few games. And I might as well ask this: Is this this is yearly, correct?
Yes, this is yearly.
Okay, yeah, that's actually ridiculous. I wouldn't want to pay $80 a year just to be able to play a game online.
Yep. What's even more ridiculous is that it's you gotta pay for your internet bill, you gotta pay for PS Plus, you gotta pay for PlayStation, and then your internet bill's monthly. I don't know. It's life, man. I mean, I get it, it's life, but it's just
and if you're literally someone who's using the internet constantly, you're paying a premium for your internet with PlayStation Plus.
Basically,
I think the last time I even paid for that was PS3 days, when I had my PS3, and even then it was only a year.
The last time I paid for that, I technically didn't even pay for it. Someone stole my debit card or stole my information off eBay. Bought PS Plus
last
codes.
time you paid for it,
yeah,
somebody made you do it.
Literally, they bought all the code. They bought all the codes. You know what I did though? I was like, okay, one of these codes got to work then. Cause I seen the messages, the DMs and shit, and I actually put one in, and one of them worked. I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, you're gonna steal my shit. I might as well take it. You know what's even worse about it? I didn't really hop on the PlayStation that entire year when I used it. So the PlayStation
I have so many PlayStation games I've not played.
Well, because I've been such a PC gamer. I'm a PC and Switch gamer. There's just to me, there's just no value in getting PS Plus anymore, especially if you're gaming on PC or Switch most of the time. And then what's even worse is that the majority of PlayStation games are coming to Steam or PC anyways. So you can be like, man, I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, would you rather play for PlayStation Plus to be able to play certain games online, or would you rather have a PC that can literally play games online for free, or just have a Nintendo Switch where you only have to pay $20 a year, or $50 depending on which one you want. At least $20.
Well, Nintendo's pricing with the $20 makes sense because their infrastructure is bare bones and shit. So
yeah.
Now with the $50 version, honestly, I still feel like that shouldn't even be $50. That should just be $30 at the 30, 35 at the most.
Don't worry, Disparity. They will make it $50 at some point.
That's what I think people will riot. I bet you. What if tomorrow on Nintendo Direct, they're gonna be like, y'all, we're bringing in GameCube games on Nintendo Direct on this Switch.
We're bringing the Dolphin emulator,
but we're upping it to $70 now.
We're bringing Dolphin emulator.
Bro, honestly, I would be very surprised if we're here today to announce to you GameCube and Wii Online, because technically GameCube and Wii kind of use at least when it comes to Dolphin emulator, they both can be used for the thing because how the disk drive worked.
Yeah.
But even then, they probably, I wouldn't mind. I would probably be hyped if it happens, but I could also I could probably see them being like, here's our new games for this winter.
It's crazy though.
Nothing interesting. And then at the very end, here's the new NSO online games.
See, but here's what's crazy while I'm looking at this pricing and stuff. How much for you guys who are watching, by the way, you guys are gonna be seeing this on screen in post. But I'm looking at the pricing here. It's a wild ass jump that it's a $30 jump. Well, what is it? It's $80. It's $135 for the PS Plus Extra. That's a big jump. At least make it 100. It also maybe 120. I'll be like, okay. And then the PS Plus Premium is $160. But then it's the problem is that you don't even get to keep these games. Now with Xbox on the other hand though, their games with gold but their games goal has always been pretty shit because their games goal
Oh.
their games goal is like they're trying to get rid of it because they keep dropping like terrible games for that. But like their Game Pass is doing okay, decent. I think it's eating money from it. I'm not for sure. I have to look up Game Pass, but like, nah, that's kind of crazy though. Like, I ain't no way I'm spending that much money on that. Not today.
It's weird because they seem to like hide it on the. Okay, now you have to go to the membership. So $79.99 for Essential, $134.99 for PS Plus Extra, and then 12 months. Whoa, what? Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
$160, twice as much for premium, which is just, well, let's see, cloud streaming and game trials. Oh,
Here, I'll pause. Go ahead.
where is it? Oh yeah, no, I was talking about the price cost. Basically, okay, so to break it down, like you were just saying, it was like $80 for 12 months,
Mhm.
$135 for extra, or not, the 12-month essential. Extra is 12-month subscription, and premium for PlayStation Plus is $160, twice as much as essential. That is insane. For
Yeah.
what do you get? All you get is extra with extra. Let's see, get a game catalog and Ubisoft Plus classics. So, I mean, a lot of free games. It's like a half-ass Game Pass.
Pretty much.
Like a shittier Game Pass. Is what
A
it
more
is.
expensive fucking shittier Game Pass. I
And
can't.
then for a little bit more, you get game trials and cloud streaming. I mean, realistically, you'd only get essential anyway, which I don't think is that bad. But honestly, if you just combine essential and extra, I think you'd have some gold right there.
It's like first off, like I'll only be personally if I ever get PS Plus would just be essential. I mean, I don't really care about PlayStation like that anymore. I mean, once you become a PC gamer, everything
Kinda.
everything changes.
Kinda is.
Once you go PC, you never go back.
Pretty much, like
Well, by then you spent like $2,000, so it's kind of hard to go back from that. I'm gonna tell you the shit.
It depends on your build, to be honest.
Hey, I built my
Yeah,
I built my girl up from 2019.
Come
I've been upgrading her. She's ain't that
Yeah.
right. She's been getting upgraded these past couple years. She's still trucking, y'all. She said, "Yo, disparity on your new boob job." Okay, girl, hold on, give me a
yeah.
Oh, here go your new ramp sticks. Okay, thank you.
All right.
This
But
PSPC's got some extra ports on it, if you know what I mean. Like, what's this hole right here? Don't touch that. Like,
don't touch that. But
okay, come on.
that's all I have to say about PS Plus. I think Sony's tripping. I think they're going off the deep end. But I mean, people will defend them. They'll say, "Well, it's inflation. They got to make money somehow." But yeah, but you got to remember the video game industry is like $20 billion industry. Like they're not losing money, bro. I'm telling you.
It's like, and do you really need to pay money just to be that much money to just want to play a game online?
Yeah, it's like you got to
for a whole year, by the way.
Yeah.
To be fair, $70 a year isn't that bad. It's the other two plans I think is shitty. Wait, and how much were they gonna go up to? Let me see.
It's just
For just
I don't know.
essential.
I would probably either do like what it originally was, maybe 60, because that's not as bad.
Yeah.
Either that, or I'd probably take like maybe 40 to 50 at most,
You
or
know
at
what,
least the essential PlayStation
You know what,
Plus,
I
not
wouldn't-
the extra.
I wouldn't mind if the price.
$80.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind if the price for 60, 100, and 130, something like that. I wouldn't even mind that, or 115. That would be manageable. But
Yeah.
to me, right now, it's not manageable. Like they want to go up that far. And on top of that, you're saying that you're adding in Ubisoft Plus. And let me tell you, Ubisoft got some games, but then games like that, it's not them. That's like saying.
And let's be honest, at a certain point, people will most likely just upgrade the PCs anyway because they could play anything on them.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And like you did mention earlier, Sony at this point is starting to add their PlayStation games to PC.
That indeed they are. But that's all I have to say about that. You guys got anything extra to say about PS Plus?
I just said what I had to say.
Tip said he said what he said. What about you, Ben? You got anything else? Anything extra?
I mean, I'm not paying it. like, honestly, this is. I hate to be that guy, but this is like another win for PC. I'm not even a PC guy, but it's like this is kind of not what they need right now.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
don't worry, Vanta. We'll get you into PC life.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to.
No, no,
I know.
I'm working with a shitty laptop.
I know.
I
It's like
love
I'm trying
it,
to. It's like I'm trying to sell
but
you
I'm just trying to
this
say
nice processor. That's for 130. Really?
used processors.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Your dried up processors.
And even then, Vanta, he is willing to help you get some parts for your computer.
No,
and
no,
he
no.
is
I
even
get that. I'm just saying, like, but this is not what Sony like. I mean, in general, like, I'm definitely with PC, but like,
Yeah.
for the time being, like, I wouldn't mind using console, but it's like in that way, it makes it even harder to, you know what I mean, co-sign when you have to deal with a fee to use something to pay for the infrastructure that already has something. You know what I mean? And it's like you want to be stingy with the benefits, and it's like I would rather just buy a PC at that point, just
Yep.
because it's like.
yeah.
But then again, I'm already here, so
I
I
mean,
already got
I'm
the
gonna be
shitty
honest,
laptop. So
Vanta. Just you should try and make it a goal to at least maybe get a PC by like
I am.
sometime next year.
I mean, it was supposed to be before the end of this year.
I
But
mean, you can still get one now. Like I said, you got a sexy
I mean,
processor right there.
again, I still got my laptop. I'm just working on it.
Bro.
I mean, yeah, but it can only do so much.
I know. Like I said, I'm still working on it.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. So this next one, next topic we're going to talk about is going to be the next two topics are going to be pretty controversial. First one is this whole Starfield and pronouns. As you guys know, the whole rad right now is pronouns. People hate pronouns. I mean, I don't like pronouns, but like at certain things, it's really not that serious, at least in my opinion. Especially if it's an RPG game.
The conversation's done.
Like, put it like this: if it's an RPG game, pronouns, cool, fine, whatever, cool. But like, if it's any other kind of game out there, that just if you let's say there's a turn-based strategy game that I have that's called BattleTech. It's a fun game, but here's the issue though: they make you give your character pronouns, right? Except it does nothing for like the overall gameplay elements. To me, that shit is just forced because you're trying to pander.
So
Like-
it's a customization thing, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Basically, and it's just like it's not needed because it just does nothing for the overall gameplay and overarching story. Like, so what I played so far, nothing happens in it. Like, and no,
Yeah.
I either that or I just don't care enough to like really pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But like,
That's the thing. If you're gonna be spending all that time, it's like customizing a character only to put him behind a helmet for 90% of the game. You know what I mean? Like you're doing all this because it matters to you.
And that's
You know
literally
what I mean?
That's literally it. Because let me tell you, all the pronouns does is change your profile picture. Dead ass serious. Cause I think because you have your male profile picture, your female, and you have what is called the androgynous, which is the they them or whatever. So like that's
I would have found it funny if you were just like for androgynous, it's a question mark.
Yeah, I mean shit. I just do honest. I didn't know what androgynous was up to like a couple days ago. Yeah. I was like, what the hell? I was like, what is androgynous? Oh, it's people that look like male and female or something like that. I was like, oh, okay, well.
So what people like non-binary?
Yeah.
Right?
But yeah, like so the whole controversy, happened because I think it was a Babyface over heels over Babyface. He made a whole video about him raging about pronouns Starfield. But the thing is, well, it wasn't really there's when you look into it or look more deeply into it, it's more than that though. There's more than just the pronouns. The pronouns thing is what everyone caught everyone's attention or whatnot. What it really was, it came down to was deeper than that. It's because what he kept saying was modern. He hates being modern day, basically, which is modern day. It's where you got these Gen Z kids, trying to force their lifestyles on other people, especially us millennials and us and boomers or whatever, to for them to feel, there's I guess certain way. I don't know. So that's what he was more so getting at. But a lot of people attacked him for the whole pronouns part or whatnot.
Look, he did it to himself. It's like if he wanted to start that conversation, he probably shouldn't have started by looking like a.
I mean, he got some fame out of that, so
fucking gamer. I mean, he did. Obviously, outrage marketing works, but at the same time, it's like you lose on that side of the argument because I think even looking at it, if it's again, it's like have you looked into the pronouns? Like, is there anything more than just,
Yeah, that's pretty
hey,
much it.
what do you want to be called?
That's pretty much
Is
it.
that it?
That's how deep it gets.
Then it's like I feel like y'all are watching out for something that's like don't get me wrong. I understand the conversation, I understand where it goes, but it's just like I feel like there wouldn't be a conversation if this wasn't like if this was like put into like a menu. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like a settings. You go into settings. What do you want to do? This. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the only like problem here. It's like that they didn't hide it,
And
and I
what's
don't even think that's a
funny?
problem in a game that you have to make your character. It's like that makes complete sense to me. The only issue I had with anything like that was like Diablo 4,
Mhm.
because I was like, how do you want to present? And I was like, I just want to be a thing. Like that was kind of weird because I was just like, you can just say male or female. You don't have to be weird about it. Like I know
Okay.
people, you know what I mean. You don't have to be weird about it. I don't think we should make it like where it's that thing. Um, like I think if you want to make your character look more androgynous, I think you can do that. But I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Like if you want to do some things or do some weird sliders, but yeah. But obviously for simplicity's sake, traditionally they make a male, they make a female model. Nowadays they make it like a little. They can add, some in between stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think it's that big a deal if they give you more options. It's like quit tripping about that. If anything, I feel like they get more credit for trying to go the extra mile. I mean, unless it detracts from the actual game. Not,
Now with
that being said.
now with that said though, it also goes into I actually also believe in the whole you give them inch they take a mile kind of situation where it's like I get it, people want the pronouns, they want that kind of
Mhm.
stuff, but like at the end of the day, like your pronouns shouldn't invalidate your like you as a person. Like, yeah,
True.
that's just me. Like
True.
I
But
didn't learn
but in
about.
this oh well go ahead,
I was
sorry.
gonna say I didn't like. Truth be told, I didn't know about any of this whole pronoun BS that's going on up until like 2018, 2019 ish. So like I was just like, what's the whole like? What's everyone mad about, basically?
Mhm.
And it's like, oh, they're mad about pronouns and shit. Like I'm just like, what? What is I actually have to ask what is pronouns? Like I don't understand. Like I actually never I actually have to ask that question. Like what the hell is pronouns? Because that's how far I got. So like I didn't understand it. The whole concept of you know what I mean. So it's like, does it really matter? Like it's like why do I'm just sitting to myself like why do people care so much? Like into like just either have them or don't have them. Like my whole thing is like you can have your pronouns and stuff, but like don't force people to use them. At least my opinion, like because I'm gonna tell you like that I don't care if I say hey you how are you doing him or whatever if you're a guy of course you're gonna be called a him. If you're a girl you're gonna call a she. At that point that's where it's gonna end. Put it like that. You know Cancel me if you want to for saying that, but that's just what it is though. I don't have enough time to worry about somebody else's life. Basically, we struggling right now. That's a society, and us worrying about pronouns is like the lowest common denominator at the moment. Like at least that's what I think about it. But yeah, when it comes to like just video games and stuff, like if it's an RPG game,
Mhm.
it's fine. Let them have that one. Like just let them have it. Now, if it comes into like any other game, like strategy games, turn-based strategy, platformers, something like that, then yeah. I mean, unless the developer specifically made it to be that way, then y'all can be mad
The
about that.
developer specifically made a character like look like a guy, but they're actually they use she her pronouns.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
know if this would have been even that big a deal that many years ago. That's the thing that bothers me is like stuff like this is like it's also just like people keep talking about it, but the way they're talking about it is like, oh well, the W word gets thrown around a lot because you know what I mean, and it's like woke is the W word because everybody wants to use it for everything, and it's like
even
if
I,
if anyone is anything other than, do you know what I mean, like not a certain way, then it's like
even I'm
okay,
getting tired of the word,
it's
honestly.
kind of being weird because it's like they make all kinds of people make all kinds of games even back in the day. Like I know you don't want to say something, but even still,
Yeah.
um, that's why I don't know. But the argument here is like this is a benefit. It's like it's what how being able to design that game a character that way should be in there because even customizing something like that, if if it doesn't really matter, just click fucking what you want and then just never touch it again. That's what I'm saying. It's like I don't understand why it's that big a problem, but I know
Yeah.
everything's a problem
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
I could probably see it now. Spacey's gonna hop on a strategy game and the customization menu. It's just gonna be like select your
Yeah.
pronouns.
Yeah.
You know this is gonna trigger Spacey for me,
I mean,
for me
honestly
saying
though,
this. All right, Spacey. What if they decided that when the new Space Marine 2 game comes out, you have to do pronouns?
That would be
with
kind of
that,
weird.
no, with that, there's only one, two things. So, like Vince said, yes, it'll be kind of weird, but if it was for Slaneshi-based creatures or whatnot, I'm okay with that because it's Slanesh. Because if you see those kind of demons or whatever, right? They got both parts. They got the titty, and got the female titty and the male titty. All right.
Hermaphroditic.
Yeah. So that makes
technically that's not really even a precedent for that unless there's a character that would matter in that way, which they wouldn't talk to a demon. They would just kill it.
yeah,
But like that's what I'm saying. There's no real precedent. That's why I don't think it would matter unless they're really just like the furthest thing. Like in Space Marine 1, they had a female captain, which isn't unheard of. It's not, you know what I mean? Like not unusual, not that unusual to have like a
Yeah.
female
well, I think in her case,
leader.
if I recall, I think in her case, her commanding officer died, and she was forced to take up the position, basically. So it's kind of so
I
it
was gonna
makes.
say because I mean, there of course female commissars is a lady. There's plenty of
Mhm.
that kind of thing.
But yeah, in her case, she was pretty much forced to, so it makes it makes sense.
But that's what I'm saying. It'd be, I don't know. This is like that kind of thing is like, it depends. There's precedence. I feel
now,
like in some cases.
When it does come to the Warhammer games, though, it's basically this. They got more things to worry about than some they them pronouns or just pronouns in general. Girl, they live in a world. They live in a galaxy where you're constantly at war. You don't even know if you're gonna wake up the next day. But that's how society is in that game series. So at that point in time, it don't even matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Warhammer.
But yeah, it's just people. We're in a society where, like, I'm gonna dive into it just real quick. It's like, you have people that say, I don't like what left, political wise, and throw this in here real quick. I don't like what the left leaning people are doing, liberals, whatever, right? But it's like, okay, guys, people who are on the right, y'all complain all day, y'all do this, that, and the third. Okay, why don't you guys start to work on your alternate industry? But then they always come up with the same excuse. Well, we don't have the money, we don't have the time, we got to deal with this. It's like, well, okay, then y'all need to just chill out then, and y'all don't want to get your alternate industry up. Like, all it takes is just a couple people to get together and just build something. It's going to take time. It's not gonna happen this generation, but you need to be that stepping stone or that spark to start change or whatnot. I think we were talking about that the other day, where I'm like, we need to have two types of industries, not like segregation or anything of the sort, but at least two types of industries that people can enjoy certain things without having to worry about certain shit. Like, I'm a person who comes from the political, I like to call it the political center, but I do lean a little bit to the right, where like I like certain, it all depends, it all depends what I'm watching. Basically, it's like the only thing I don't like doing is just going into the movies and like expecting the movie to be, I don't want to be preached to. I want to enjoy a good flick, stuff like that. That's what it is at the end of the day. And going back to staying on topic with the whole pronouns and stuff, it's just, at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter. But at the same time, the people who say, why are you making a big deal of pronouns? It usually ends up back in their face, because it's like, I thought pronouns didn't matter. Because they say it doesn't matter, but then somehow it becomes a big deal later on down the line for some reason. It's really weird. You might be confused what I mean by that. A lot of people who say, like, why are you mad about pronouns, right? It doesn't matter. And then later on, Nix's mods removes pronouns from their shit or whatever, from their site, right? But now it matters. Now it matters, though.
I kind of stand by it, but I don't think they should have done that just because, just for something so little. I don't think it should have mattered either way, whether they had people remove it or keep it in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it's kind of stupid to like take out an option in a game that you don't like. I know it's like, okay, it's reaffirming that that's a thing that somebody would ask you, which again, but at the same time, it should click that it's a video game and that it's creating your character and that you ideally don't have to worry about it ever again
Yeah.
after that screen. So
Now, the only person that you can ask to confirm anything would probably have to be Dark Really, since he's been playing it. I mean, I think he's been saying he's been enjoying it, so I mean that's a good sign for him. So keep that in mind.
shit.
Yeah.
But that's all I have to really say on that. You know, because it's going to come up again in the next month. Some type of other controversy is going to happen pretty soon. It's controversy is always around the corner. Like it's going to come up in the next probably the next week or so. You know, because the newest controversy that everyone's hopping on, which is it's trending right now, is the whole Unity thing that's going on, where Unity came out of the woodworks and said, "Hey, guess what, guys? Per installation of the Unity engine or installation or uninstall, we'll charge you 20 cents per, even for older titles and for future titles." How does that sound? And
January 1st to the developers. That's kind of wild.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of which, the Cult of the Lamb dev, now they could be joking on this, maybe not. They said that they're delisting Cult of the Lamb by January 1st, 2024, if Unity doesn't switch up and fix up what they're doing. And a lot of Unity developers, people who develop for the engine, stated that they will be switching engines for their older games, or be on their newer ones, they're not using Unity anymore. So yeah.
That's crazy to think
Yeah.
that when something like this happens, that you have to jump ship so quick and get all this stuff, being dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
Considering that Unity has been used in a good amount of video games.
Oh yeah, Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Beat Saber, Cuphead,
The Pokemon Diamond, Diamond. It's a Diamond Pearl remix. So we're built in Unity, if I recall.
Wasn't there a Mario game in Unity?
That, not for sure.
Let me see.
I don't know.
Let's find out.
That'd be interesting.
Can't wait for Nintendo to be super chill about that, right? Like they always are.
Nintendo's just like, we're releasing a new Mario game. It's on the Unity engine.
That'd be fucking funny, bro.
Among Us or
Like, that'd be hella fucking funny.
Oh, Among Us?
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that Among Us is made on that engine.
No.
Well, I can't wait for Among Us to get delisted.
Let's see.
It's funny.
Marvel Snap.
Man, I can't believe Among Us was one of those games that I actually was about to get. They're about to shut that game down until streamers got onto it. That's crazy.
Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail.
Yeah.
So MiHoYo.
So a lot of people
Pokemon
said.
Brilliant Diamond
So
and Shining Pearl.
what's interesting is that a lot of people stated. Make sure to post that link down in Discord for me if you're looking at.
Yeah, sure.
But a lot of people stated that that's one of the reasons why they're doing this is because of games like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail, because they make so much money through installs and shit. They're trying to capitalize on that. It's what I hear. Could be true. I don't know.
So what you're telling me is that we should blame these two games for this happening.
It could, possibly, yeah.
So it was what's the dude's name? I just had his name. Sorry, it was the Unity CEO, who apparently used to be a CEO of EA, Electronic Arts. John Riccitiello? No, Riccitiello? Whatever. Recently sold 2,000 shares of his company.
Yeah, they've been doing that, apparently.
The past year sold a total. He did this on the 6th. And over the past year sold 50,610 shares and purchased none. Oh my god, what is the hell? Anyway, sorry, that's a whole other thing. Yeah, this is on some weird stuff. I don't know. This is a rabbit hole. Anyway, yeah, so you'd been working on EA. So some people speculate that this is a direct effort by him to basically try to get, earn money this way, and which kind of makes sense, kind of tracks. But I don't know. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually going on Reddit and I was hearing some alleged statements by him regarding like monetizing, the engine and trying to do something like that. But I don't know. It's got to look more into it. But yeah,
Yeah.
it does seem really bad and really grimy if any of it's true. Hopefully they just walk the whole thing back or just make some more honest plan. Just maybe charge people straight up
See,
or something.
I think here's the thing. Like, the thing is that the main reason, like the whole paying for installments or whatever, is not really has developers pissed off. What's really pissed off is that they got no warning of this. They got nothing. They were just like, Uni just came out of the woodwork and said, "Hey, we're doing this." Would not tell anybody. That's what they're really like pissed off about. That's what, like, for what I read a couple of devs basically say that it's like they got nothing. You need to tell them shit. They just came out of the woodwork and say, "Hey, we're going to be changing things up." Guess what? Y'all just got to follow through. Basically. So that's the wild part of that. That's for me. That's the wild part. But that's all I got to say on that. I'm just like, Unity, do better. Quit trying to fuck people. Like, if you're going to make some changes, at least contact every developer that you know, and like get an idea on like what.
Hey, how hard are we How hard would this fuck you? Dead cap. Just a good number.
Yeah,
how hard would this fuck you?
It's just more, and like you said, it's more crazy that it was just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like if they were like warned ahead of time, this probably wouldn't even be a controversy.
Oh yeah.
Or it wouldn't be as big.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, like, so that's all I gotta say about that. Like, to me, that's just interesting, honestly, that they just came out of the works. That you guys have anything else you want to say?
Nope. Just hopefully this gets resolved. Maybe it goes back. Unity goes back to normal.
Mm-hmm. What else, you Vanta? The Blackest of Nights.
RPG Maker is based apparently.
What they say?
Did you see the tweet it posted earlier today regarding this? Let me see.
No, you gotta post it down for me.
Oh, let me see. I gotta find it because it was really funny because they basically clapbacked at the whole situation. They were saying something about like, oh, we're not gonna do this, or we don't hate our developers like some other studios, something like that. And then somebody was like, then why do you keep mailing us pipe bombs? And they were like, well, we hate our some people in a more specific way.
What?
Yeah. If you can, Vanta, post it in the Discord.
Yeah, if I can find it, it's really funny. But let me see. I wish I could find it right now.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all we got for the topics at hand today.
Oh, here we go. I found it.
Oh, nice.
Nice. It's rpgmaker.net. I'm going to post it. So here at RPG Maker, we don't hate our game developers like Unity does. If that's true, then why do you keep mailing me pipe bombs? We hate in a different, more tangible way.
All right.
But yeah, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there with that one because yeah, Uni fucked. That's all we gotta really say about that. Do better. They know what they need to do. It's kind of cringe, that what they're doing. But hey, we're here. Game, like I said, gaming is $1 billion industry, and you can't let these game developers or just like you can't just let anybody just fuck you, basically. Put it like that. Like, quit giving people the benefit of the doubt and just go for the attack or something like that. It just seems weird that like I hope people don't accept us at the end of the day. Put it like that. That's just me. But thank you guys for watching. For coming through and watching the Bear Den Talks. We do appreciate that. You guys, there should probably be 2 episodes in one pretty soon because next one we're going to talk about the PlayStation State of Play and also the Nintendo Direct that's going to be happening. And so yeah, it's going to be some interesting stuff. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your support and all you guys do. And we'll see y'all for the next one. Peace out. Much love, everybody. Have a good one, y'all.